This is the Transformers Generation Selects Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Earthrise or whatever Hubcap. Now, I picked up this figure at my local Toys R Us out here in Manila for a whopping $29. But luckily for me, this weekend, Black Friday, sort of pseudo Black Friday. We don't really have Black Friday sales here in Manila, but I guess their stores were just tagging along and jumping the bandwagon on Black Friday sales. So this was a 10% discount, so I paid about $26 for it. Not too bad, not too shabby. Hubcap was one of the early G1 Transformers I had growing up as a kid. I actually thought it was Bumblebee for a while. I had my father buy me that mini bot. It said, oh, it looked like Bumblebee. It's a yellow mini bot. And I said, it's Bumblebee. And then did some research, and as a kid, my friends were saying, it's not Bumblebee, that's Hubcap. And I was like, oh man, I thought I had a G1 Bumblebee. Anyway, I got rid of that figure. I don't know where it is. Probably left in the old house or something. Anyway, so here he is, done in a very canary yellow or lemon yellow repaint of Cliffjumper, EARTHRISE Cliffjumper. Even the weapons have been remolded in different kind of plastic. We get a brand new head sculpt, and I guess instruction sheets at the back and all that. Let's get him out of packaging. And here is Hubcap out of packaging, and boy, you know, Hasbro's really hitting it out of the ballpark with these EARTHRISE figures. These War for Cybertron figures, despite all just being a repaint or redeco of a previously released EARTHRISE figures, this figure is still amazing. The EARTHRISE figures are just wonderful figures to have. Now, very, very well made. You can clearly see how great and how vibrant the yellow they used for this figure is. And if you look at this head sculpt, wow. I mean, if that's not Hubcap, I don't know what is. Let me just give you a closer look, a good look at that. Yellow and the orange face. And if you had the Hubcap toy, this is the head sculpt that the old G1 toy had. And this head sculpt is such a great likeness and a very, very accurate representation of that G1 head sculpt. Very nice. Also, one thing you will notice with this figure is Hasbro has done a terrific job with color matching the yellow bits, yellow pieces of this figure. If you notice this panel right here, it's yellow plastic that's painted with that glossy, very glossy, shiny type of yellow paint. The same has been done with the feet, and it's the same paint they use on this clear plastic for the windshield and roof. Even the shoulders are painted in that shiny lemon yellow paint apps. Very nice. The only thing that they didn't paint is obviously the head sculpt. They kept it in yellow molded plastic. You just painted the face orange. And the forearms. Forearms are molded in this shiny yellow plastic. And even those, I mean, if you look at the figure in totality, the disparity of the yellow between the unpainted yellow bits and the painted yellow bits, not a lot of differences. And you can clearly see how great they matched those colors. Hubcap was never really in the cartoon. I don't know. Somebody let me in the comment section, but I don't remember seeing him in the cartoon. We did see Pipes, Outback, I mean, even Swerve and Tailgate, but Hubcap? Don't think he actually appeared on the show. So yeah, the weapons can be configured this way. That's just my preference. You can do the same long-range cannon rifle that I suppose Cliffjumper did. And he tried to blast Megatron. The gun is molded in this really nice matte finish type of gray plastic, and black plastic seems to be the same as with Cliffjumper. And what I like about it is they didn't have to paint the gun to look great. It's a nice sort of military grade type of ordnance molded in that kind of plastic. I really like it. And here is Hubcap with Cliffjumper And Bumblebee, as you can see, they clearly share the same mold or engineering. They just have different head sculpts, and Bumblebee obviously different car parts, but the engineering is same for these figures. So transformation for the figure is essentially exactly the same as Cliffjumper. So we're just going to go through this very quickly. If you're a parent and you're helping your kid transform this figure, please go check out my Cliffjumper, EARTHRISE Cliffjumper review. I do a more in-depth and detailed discussion on the transformation for that figure, for this figure mode. So you might want to just do that instead of this one. This one we're just going to go breeze through this because a lot of you guys have already seen what I've done with this figure, how he transforms, and quite frankly, a lot of people are already so familiar with this transformation because this is the third version of the mold, well, at least the third version for me. Okay, let's see if I can still do this. Okay. All right, look at that. And no trouble whatsoever. Don't jinx it. Okay. All right. Okay. Come on. Okay, and just need to put the rear end of the car like that. And there you go. There is Hubcap in his really nice yellow rendition of Cliffjumper's alt mode. And he still rolls nicely, and here you can clearly appreciate how lovely the yellow paint Hasbro has done for this car. It just matches everything from the roof, the rear end, front end, the bumpers, the side doors, the side skirts, the doors. Very well painted. Just a lovely figure. Even the rims are painted silver. Very nice. And obviously these pieces are still going to work with the way what happened with Cliffjumper. And it'd be nice if we had actually seen him on the cartoon together with Cliffjumper. Surf on the waves. So yeah, very cool. And so some final thoughts on this figure. I think it's a great figure. Like I've said in the beginning, Hasbro nailed it with this redeco of an already amazing figure. If you're a big fan of the EARTHRISE subline of War for Cybertron Trilogy, you have got to pick this figure up. It is definitely well made. It harkens so much back to the old G1 toy. So much nostalgia with this figure. I think it's an amazing figure. I'm going to give the figure a 10 out of 10. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this Generation Select War for Cybertron Trilogy EARTHRISE Hubcap. I'd be interested to know if you guys think this is a pass for you, something you need to pick up, or it's just a wait for clearance type of thing. Hit me up in the comment section, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe, and if you want to help the channel out, help me make more video reviews, please check out my Patreon account. There's a link in the description box below. Any form of contribution will be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.